Lateral band walks are one of my favorite glute activation exercises to put into a warm-up, especially before a squat day. But there are some common mistakes that I see over and over and over again with lateral band walks, and that's exactly what I'm gonna go over in this video, is the 3 most common mistakes when people do lateral band walks and how you can correct them. So the most common mistake that I see with lateral band walks is allowing the feet to come together too close and allow tension to come off the band. With a lateral band walk, you want to keep tension on the glutes throughout the entire movement. So as I step, I want to step wider than shoulder width and then back to shoulder width, wider than the shoulder width and then back to shoulder width. I don't want to bring my feet together, let the slack come into the band and take all the tension off of the glutes. So the second most common mistake is leading with the foot instead of leading with the knee, all right? So if I lead with the foot and I step out, it's actually gonna cause my knee to collapse in, which is the opposite of what I'm trying to accomplish, all right? So what I always tell athletes is, when I'm stepping out, I wanna lead with the knee and just let the foot come for the ride, all right? So drive out with the knee, all right? And then drive out with the knee and not step out with the foot, okay? The third most common mistake, all right, is allowing my toes to turn outward, and this is probably the most common one that I see, is allowing my toes to turn outward. So now when I step, I'm stepping like this, all right, as opposed to my toes straight ahead or even ever so slightly in. So if I let my toes turn out, I'm letting my hip flexor kind of take over with that. All right, we already get plenty of hip flexor work in. We want to focus on that glute, and to do that, we've got to keep our toes straight ahead, or like I said, ever so slightly pointed in, but don't allow that toe to turn out, all right? So I want to keep my base wide, all right? Not allow my feet to come together and take tension off the band. I want to make sure that I drive with the knee and not lead with the foot, all right? And I want to make sure that I don't let my toes turn out, all right, and keep my hip flexors out of it as much as possible, all right, and keep that tension on the glute.